You can tell Mr. Capot really misses.
Heard you've never lost in a game of Lone Star.
Welcome, my friend. We've opened today. Please explore at your leisure. I'm certain you'll find them worth your while. You never fail to see right to the heart of the matter. This was where Mr. Geisel once kept his mount. Since his departure, it's been vacant. A trivial matter, perhaps, but the emptiness weighs on me. Ah, your beloved ride. Such a unique, majestic design. It lends the whole place a new brilliance. I cannot thank you enough. Rest assured, I'll keep it safe. I hear more of your friends have arrived. Please, do not let me keep you from them. And do not forget to savor the joy of collecting. At the Forever Fest, there's more to collect than just the moments you hold dear today may become your life's treasures. Have fun, and cherish every encounter.
Of all the common echoes here, I think that round one is my
It has been some time, Rover. These echoes. While Jinzhou does have echo terminals, the summoning process is heavily restricted. I heard the Renacita's Genesis Nexus draws on the Sentinel's power, allowing echoes to maintain form far longer. If we could use this technology in Jinzhou, the Midnight Rangers would see their burden greatly lifted. Of course, the principles behind the Genesis Nexus are complex and require careful study. What is it, Rover? Do you have some insight?
That's not the point. Aren't you supposed to be on vacation? Why are you still thinking about border defenses?
Vacation? I fear you misunderstand. I'm not here in a personal capacity. The Magistrate dispatched a delegation to Renacita to seek new agreements on trade and defense. I serve as the delegation's military attaché. It is my responsibility to ensure their safety. Evaluating the Genesis Nexus for potential adoption is also part of my duty.
So, strictly speaking, this is a work trip?
Correct. Our itinerary included this place, in part to establish new ties with Lola Logistics.
Come to think of it, as long as I've known you, you've barely left the border. Oh, except that one time in Taoyuan Vale for the Riverside Games.
The situation back then was volatile with the Threnodians' resurgence. Remaining at the border to safeguard the city was my responsibility. That said, I can scarcely recall the last time I had a true respite.
Since you're already at the party, why not treat this as a vacation and relax a little? Even a general needs to recharge.
You're right. No matter how much I deliberate, decisions must wait until I return to Jinzhou. The delegation is secure for now. A brief rest here. Thank you. May you also find joy at this party, Rover.
A slow drizzle of herb-infused fruit vinegar into the sauce while it simmers. What a lovely little trick. A whisper of acidity won't bully the other flavors. Instead, it will bloom on the tongue, like a jelly rose medusa unfurling, leaving a delicious echo on the tip of the tongue. Greetings. Care for something to eat? They use humble ingredients here, but their techniques are rather intriguing. Trust me, they won't disappoint. It has. After the Phasalia curse was lifted, I slowly began to taste again. It was a gradual homecoming, of course, not an overnight miracle, but compared to when I couldn't tell bitter from sweet, it's a vast improvement. And I have you to thank for that. Everything you did in Renacita gave the world back to me, one flavor at a time. Though I've already given you my token of gratitude, should you desire more, I would be pleased to oblige. Speaking of which, with Phasalia family affairs back in order, I find myself, as its head, somewhat idle. Rather than remain confined to the estate, I'd like to travel, to see sights I've never seen. The world is vast, and I expect it to be a long journey. Of course, I'd also enjoy trying new foods, and attempting to recreate them with my own hands. Consider it a form of palate rehabilitation. Would you travel with me and sample my creations along the way? Ah, ever so gracious. Then it's settled. But tell me, are you not the least bit concerned I might poison you?
No.
What are you looking at, Lumi? Hyrule. This pigeon.
Well, looks like Mr. Capoe's lapel pin.
Yes. I had the Pioneer Association do some digging for me. They told me there used to be a magician named Cobb Capot in Renacita, and his most famous trick was creating illusions. Apparently, at one of his fests, a boy saw right through his act. That boy's name was Geisel. They say that Geisel cracked the illusion when he noticed a two-dimensional pigeon that was obviously out of place. Aye, this place, these people, everything here is an illusion Mr. Capot created for Geisel. Later, when that lady came to the Forever Fest, she noticed that pigeon too. Exactly! She wanted Geisel to cherish life's real fleeting moments, rather than a false eternity. That's why she asked him to go with her to where a river of stars falls. I've only heard a legend. They say that every year on a certain night, people look up at the sky and witness the spectacle of stars falling. That lady must have wanted Geisel to witness the moment where a river of stars falls from the sky.
But why would Mr. Capot create this whole illusion for Geisel in the first place?
About that, I think you better ask Mr. Capot himself.
Heard you've never lost in a game of Lone Star. Impressive.
Of all the common echoes here, I think...
Hey, Rover! Over here!
Lene, don't tell me you're skipping class again.
Don't stereotype me. I'm not playing hooky this time. I've actually got business here. See this display? The Academy teamed up with Lolo Logistics to share some vehicle tech for hauling cargo over rough terrain. That's not the point. Anyway, the demo vehicles started acting up during testing, and some of the custom parts weren't ready in time. If this keeps up, the Academy's reputation could take a real hit. So, to keep things on track and make sure the partnership goes smoothly, they put me in charge. The teachers agreed I should handle it, since I'm pretty handy with maintenance and mods. Oh, you heard from Miss Voss that I'm already neck-deep in voluntary activities, and you're worried I'll be overwhelmed? Oh, relax. It's all a piece of cake for me. As long as I get the exhibit running smoothly for the demo, I'll have plenty of time to myself. Don't worry about me. I even checked with the teachers who came here on vacation. You know what they said?
This doesn't happen every day. Since you're at the party anyway, go enjoy yourself.
Speaking of which, Lolo Logistics is really amazing. I thought they only shipped cargo safely across the globe, but turns out they can throw a feast, too. They've even got new Federation specialties here. Oh, it's been ages since I last had those. Maybe after graduation, joining Lolo Logistics wouldn't be a bad idea. With my skills, I could be a mechanic, or even a courier. Professors say interest is the best motivation for work or study. So if I'm into it, it's a good job for me.
Wait, you're not actually serious, are you?
Of course I'm serious. I've decided I'm gonna live life on my own terms, remember? That's why I gotta try everything that catches my eye. Who knows? I might just be a natural at it. All right, I'm heading back to the party. You have fun too!
Game keeps moving because I have a sudden setting on.
Of all the common echoes here, I think... I thought you could...
Am I seeing things? Is that Rover? Huh. Can't be. I haven't had that much. I'm just worn out. Not exactly clear-headed. Don't worry. If I can find a decent sofa and sit for a while, I'll be fine.
Rough day at work?
Not really. Technically, I'm on vacation. Aragona's been quiet, so Lady Carlotta's promise of paid leave finally came through. I'm just here to breathe a little. It's hard to believe, I know. How should I put it? I thought once I was free from all the tasks and other responsibilities, I'd actually be able to enjoy the party. Maybe it's all the pent-up stress finally hitting me, or my brain short-circuiting now that it's not in work mode. But here I am, worn out after just a few hours. Who knew going on vacation could be so exhausting? Maybe a little too much fun. Normally, a couple cans of Devil's Kiss would perk me right up. But after stuffing myself with food, I can't stomach another drop. Vacation time's ticking away, and I haven't even started enjoying it properly. Whatever. I'd better find a quiet corner to rest for a bit. Have fun out there, my friend.
I thought you couldn't swim. What brings you out here so much? I thought you couldn't I thought you couldn't swim. What brings you out here so much?
couldn't swim.
How may I be of service, my friend? Ah, it seems Lumi has told you quite a bit. Well, let me tell you what happened before all that. I was hired to perform as a magician at a fest. It was then that young Geisel noticed the two-dimensional pigeon and became the first person ever to see through my illusion. So I asked him, what reward would you like? Care to guess what he asked for? Sharp as ever, my friend. He told me that this was the first fest anyone had ever held for him. He was happy, but also sad that it would end. He asked if there was a way to keep the fest from ever drawing to a close, even if it was just an illusion. So, the real Cobb Capot created the Forever Fest for him in this Sonoro. And I, too, am one of the illusions he conjured. Now, while the illusion's frequency will eventually vanish, it's stable enough to last his entire lifetime. Ah, that was just a tale I spun for Lumi. Geisel was just an ordinary boy, but very easy to love, I must say. Ah, yes, she saw through my illusion. So before she left, I asked her what she wished for, too. She told me that, although it was an illusion, she understood it was a cherished memory for Geisel. So she wished for this fest to end in true happiness. I believe her wish has already come true. On that note, I trust you've heard of the place where a river of stars falls. Before she departed, that lady told me a little secret. You might be surprised to learn that the so-called River of Stars is actually fireworks. As it happens, we have prepared a grand fireworks show for today. Please, come and find me when the party is at its peak. By then, this place will be exactly as the lady imagined it. How may I be of service, my friend? Thank you all. You've created the most joyful party. If what awaits us is but remembrance, my friend, then let us look back while we still may. The joyful times, after all, are like fireworks. Never more splendid than in this moment.
Geisel? Did you see that pigeon? This is all an illusion.
I know. But I can always pretend it's real. As long as I'm here, it feels like this fest could last forever.
Can a Forever Fest truly make you happy forever? I don't believe moments of joy or beauty or excitement can even exist inside eternity. Life's got to have ups and downs, or there's no story to tell. Can you know what happiness really is without being sad? Can you know the joy of being reunited if you never have to say goodbye? I know that these are your dearest memories, but when they happened, were you really there in the moment? It's time you grew up, Geisel.
The Forever Fest was great, but Lola Logistics
Heard
really...
you've never
I just took a
lost in
stroll
game
along
of
the beach.
Lone
The
Star.
whole place got a makeover. I just took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover.
The credit goes to the new guest.
I wish I could have her. I just took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover.
The credit goes to the new guest.
I wish I could have her design my house. I just took a stroll along the beach. I just took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover. took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover.
The credit goes to the new guest.
I wish I could have her design my house. Wait, where? I just took a stroll along the beach. I just took a stroll along the beach. I just took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover.
I can't play music game because I can't fucking find the thing to play music. Just like that, but it's not.
I just took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover. Took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover. I just took a stroll along the beach. The whole place got a makeover.
The credit.
Greetings, madam. Can I help you with something? Nicely improvised, as expected. It's been a long time, Rover.
Are you in the middle of some urgent mission?
Mission? Not at all. But sure, proper code words and disguises are essential for an undercover agent. Especially at a party with such a mixed crowd. Relax. I've already scoped the area. No one's listening in on us. Besides, like I said, I'm not here on assignment. I'm simply Yinlin on vacation. It's a long story. Remember Yang Yang, the Outrider? She told me about what you went through after Renacita. The Carnival, Septimont. No doubt the Fraxidus were pulling the strings behind all those incidents. To understand their plans, I followed the clues and did some digging of my own. Yeah, they're a hard nut to crack. Luckily, I had support from the Magistrate and others in Jinzhou. I never planned to take them head-on. With their help, I infiltrated one of their bases and discovered a new scheme they were whipping up. We neutralized it before they could act. Those artificers were no match for the Midnight Rangers. After the operation, the Magistrate restored my official file. She wanted me to return to the Public Security Bureau as a patroller, not as an undercover agent. It was my chance to step back into the light. And honestly, living in the shadows as a suspect wasn't exactly pleasant. It was a tempting offer, but I turned it down.
You turned it down? Why?
Every undercover agent has their reasons for staying in the game. Justice, ambition, revenge, you name it. No matter the motive, the work eats away at you. But someone's got to do the dirty work to keep Jinzhou safe. Rather than burden a rookie patroller, better to leave it to an experienced pro like me. How we end up on such a heavy topic. Let's drop it. For now, we're just here to have fun. Next time we meet, make sure you play along and don't blow my cover, all right?